All right, so now bryophytes. Second division bryophytes, which is a part of cryptogam division bryophytes. Firstly, these are non non-flowering plants. Yes or no? Non-flowering plants. These are non-flowering plants. Yes, these are non-flowering plants because they are part of cryptogams. Secondly, these are non-flowering plants and embryophytes. Embryophytes, non non-tracheophytes. These terms we will discuss later on. No, you only will get answer of every term. Embryophyte, non-tracheophytes, why they are called, and after this, non-carmophytes. Non-carmophytes. All these terms will be belonging to division bryophytes. So one by one, what is their habitat, where they grow, and how the plant body, and how they increase its number, which type of reproduction involved, everything we will learn. So before we answer one by one, embryophytes means embryo. Embryo is formed firstly in these plants, so they are called embryophytes. So here, please do write embryo is present. Regarding non-tracheophytes, this is there is no vascular tissue, that's why it is called non-tracheophytes. So vascular tissue is absent. Vascular tissue is absent. And another one, non-carmophytes means here undifferentiated. Okay, undifferentiated plant body is called thallus, right? So even they are also non-carmophytes, means undifferentiated plant body. So differentiation of plant body begins in pteridophyte onwards. So this is undifferentiated plant body. Carmophytes means the plants which have root, stem, and leaf differentiation. Such plants are called carmophytes. These are non-carmophytes because their body is not differentiated into true stem and leaf. So these are the terms belonging to bryophytes. Now, one by one, characteristic features we will talk now. Here, first point we'll talk here. The word bryo, okay, bryophyte. The word bryophyte is given by Brown. Brown scientist has given the word, give the word Robert Brown, you know, right? What is the contribution of Robert Brown in terms of cell? Bryophyte, the word is coined by Robert Brown, and father of bryology. The study of bryophytes is called bryology. So the father of bryology is Indian scientist Kashyap. Indian scientist Kashyap, father of bryology. Father of bryology is Kashyap, Sivaram Kashyap. So remember Kashyap, Sivaram Kashyap, scientist, father of biology, and Robert Brown gave the word bryophyte. So now, what is the habitat where they grow? Habitat of these bryophytes is habitat. Mostly they are terrestrial plants. Mostly they are terrestrial plants, and they do grow. They do grow on. They do grow on damp soil, damp soil, damp soil. Okay, and moisture, humidity, such conditions are very favorable to this bryophytes. So damp soil, rocks, moisture, moisture, okay, moisture having environment. Okay, in such environment they do grow. So, but majority of plants are hydrophyte. Majority of plants are terrestrial, but some are peculiarly, they are, some exceptions are there. So some aquatic, aquatic bryophyte also there. Normally algae is aquatic, right? But here even some bryophytes also aquatic. Such aquatic bryophyte is Riccia. Even some are epiphytes. Some are epiphytes. So epiphyte. So epiphyte bryophyte. Epiphyte bryophyte is Frunella. This is one exception. So aquatic and the epiphytic bryophytes, these are some exceptions of the bryophytes. Even some are, mostly these bryophytes are photosynthetic because they are plants, right? So autotrophic. But some bryophytes, some exceptions are there, they are saprophytic. So saprophytic bryophyte, that is, Cryptothalus. These are exceptions. Cryptothalus, that is saprophytic bryophyte. So saprophytic bryophyte, saprophytic bryophyte, Cryptothalus. These are exceptions. So now, once it is over, what type of plant body all these plants have? Till now we have spoken bryophytes. Body is not differentiate into any root, stem, and leaf. So that's the reason its body also, sometimes we have given the term thalli. So here, second point, this is the first point is habitat. Second point, plant body. This is plant body. Talking about this plant body of bryophyte, here thalli, one is thalli. Mostly bryophytes are thalli. Example, Markantia. And even along with thalli type of body, erectile stem or foliose, erectile stem. Okay, that is also called foliose, also called leafy shoot, or also called leafy shoot. So you will understand the difference between thalli and erectile stem or folios or leafy shoot. You will get an idea now. So here, this is this is called thalli. This is, there is no differentiation of root, stem, leaf. Okay, these are rhizoids. So here, this is called thalli, whereas erectile stem means, this is erectile stem, and this is, see here, this is erectile stem or leafy shoot. Example, thalli body type is seen in Markantia. This is Markantia, whereas erectile stem body is seen in mostly in mosses. Mosses. You will understand about mosses, liverworts, hornworts in further sessions. What exactly mosses? So mosses is a group. It is a class in division bryophyte. So particularly example means you can write funaria, even some of the liverwort exception porilla. Porilla example also will have a leafy shoot, or erectile body, erectile stem. This is this is called thalli in Markantia. This is, there is no stem root differentiation. All right. So this is regarding plant body of bryophytes. Have you understood?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes. So once you complete this, you just tell me, we will discuss. Every term is important here. Each and every term, each and every example, everything is important in terms of competitive exam upcoming NEET. So uh, focus on the terms and examples. So even morphology chapter or plant kingdom, example point of view is important.
Done, sir.
Yes, Meghna.
Done, sir.
And so please do write one more point if you complete it. See, we have used here habitat, terrestrial plants, mostly terrestrial plants, and they do grow on damp soil or rocks, moisture, right? So such plants means which grows under um, low temperature, low sunlight, okay, low sunlight, or which grow in shadow. Such plants are called sciophytes. Sciophytes. So bryophytes are one, they are sciophytes. They do grow on moisture condition, damp soil, okay, low light. So that's all. So once it is over, now we will start the next point. Bryophytes are also called amphibians of plant kingdom. Have you heard this word? Amphibians
Yes,
of
sir.
plant kingdom. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
I will tell you. As if now you just write bryophytes or amphibians of plant kingdom. Amphibians, amphibians of plant kingdom. See, amphibian means, the term amphibian indicates they do grow on both soil and water. Sometimes in restricted term you use related to this bryophytes. Mostly they are terrestrial, but at the time of reproduction, they require water for fertilization. So that is the reason they fall in the category of amphibian. Basically, they are terrestrial plants, no doubt at all. But these bryophytes, at the time of reproduction or fertilization, the male gametes require water for reaching the female gamete. So that's the reason they fall in the category of amphibian. So that is the reason bryophytes are also called amphibians of plant kingdom. So simply you can, have you understood this narration? Generally
Yes,
they
sir.
are terrestrial plants.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but they require they require water they require water during fertilization. During fertilization, especially male gametes reaches male gametes reach egg or female gamete with water. So that's the reason um, they are also depending on water. They're also depending on soil. So that is the reason the term amphibian is used here to bryophytes. So this is after this talking about talking about reproduction. Talking about reproduction, there are two types. Third point, talking about reproduction, there are two types. One is asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction. And the second one is sexual reproduction. So asexual reproduction is mostly means there is no involvement of gametes. So asexual reproduction is mostly by fragmentation. Fragmentation. One is fragmentation method, and second one is you know uh, fragmentation method. You can please write in bracket Gemma Gemmi. Yeah, Gemmi. Gemmi. By forming Gemmi, um, fragmentation method completes. And second one, protonema. Formation of protonema. Formation of protonema. These two methods are not involved in any sexual reproduction. So these are asexual reproduction methods. Whereas coming to sexual reproduction, this is the core part of bryophytes. Having sexual organs, bearing sexual organs, okay, they do produce gametes and they do involve in sexual reproduction. So sexual reproduction is proceed by having sex organs. Having sex organs, such as antheridium, and second one archegonium. Antheridium, archegonium. Simple here. Antheridium is a male sex organ. Male sex organ. Archegonium is a female sex organ. See, this is an easy bit here.